We're here on the Facts TV show. I'm gonna show y'all today the fastest way to wax a car without killing yourself. We all know how waxing a vehicle could run up your blood pressure, make you tired, and stress you out a little bit, especially once you get around my age. Put some wax on a damp cloth. A microfabric cloth is the best thing for me, and it should be the best thing for you. Don't leave no lint. It's smoother and softer. Go ahead, douse it up, wet it up. Spread it around. Get it on there. You want it to soak in the towel some. And just give it a nice little rub all the way around. If the car's a little damp, that's okay, because it makes it even smoother as you go. I'm using a nice wax cleaner by Meguiar's. I've been using that for years. I haven't waxed this BMW in a year, so it's that time. It looks clean, but ain't nothing like that heavy glaze on that thing. Make it look like you just got it painted. Make the car look brand new when you wax your vehicle. You don't want to put too much going around the creases. Otherwise, you're gonna need a toothbrush. I figure out a way to not need a toothbrush is when you go around the corners, go thinner. You want to go thinner around the corners. That way, it won't get built up in these creases. Take that cloth, keep it going as you need it. You see it ain't there, put some more on it. You want to work panel by panel and get it good. You see how fast and easy? It's like I'm just drying the car off. That's what makes it easy. It's like I'm just drying the car instead of using one of them small, dry, microfabric pucks. Just make it simple and easy, and you'll get the same results, if not even better. If not even better. Like I said, keep on applying. Oops, I done put too much, but don't worry if you put too much on it. Just spread it on out. Spread it out. And work it. Get in the creases, rub it on in. You don't need much pressure at all. And then the little small round pucks that you use to wax with, they start to hurt your fingers after a while. You want to go thin around the mirrors. You don't need much around the mirrors. Once I'm done with this thing, it's going to look like glass. And that's the look you want to go for. A nice glassy look. A nice wax also makes your car look like it has been polished. You want to keep this going all the way across the panel. One panel at a time. The fastest wax in America. You're going to learn how to do it today. I've been working and waxing cars and washing and detailing cars for 20 years or more. Shit. I'll say 35 years, matter of fact. 35 years. But it took me 20 years to figure out how to do it easier, because I didn't like doing it. I liked the results, but I didn't like doing it. You could put it on the car, or you could put it in the mitt. I prefer putting it on the towel. I prefer that. But if I have a big broad area, to make it faster, I'll spread it out some so I won't have to keep on dipping and dipping. You want to spread that out. It's just as easy as drying the car. But just make sure you get it even, because you just don't want it to shine in some of the areas. You want that body of the car to shine everywhere. You want it to make it look like jewelry. This really makes your car beautiful and stand out. We're gonna make this car a pretty woman. We're gonna make this car a pretty woman. I'd rather have call my car a pretty woman instead of a pretty man, wouldn't you? Yeah. You could put it on the headlights, the tail lights. Remember, you don't want to dry white. You want to keep it still. This is how much you want on it. That's good. That means you're getting low, but keep it on there. You want to apply the pressure. Like I said, when you go into them thin areas, you want to go a little thin with it. Go thin with it around this areas. You don't need much of this stuff. You wanted to get it everywhere. I used to do the windows back when I was young, but you don't need to do the windows. Don't do the windows. And I'm going to tell you why you don't do the windows. I used to see the old man back in the days when I was young. They do the windows, everything. Yeah, they used to do the windows. The old man on my block in my neighborhood where I was from, they'll wax the whole car. Body, the windows, rear view mirrors. Shit, some will even do the rims. But you don't need to do that because the windows are transparent. And no matter how much you wipe that stuff off. Oh, something biting me. No matter how much you wipe it off, it's going to be a film on it that's not as clear as the clear glass from the factory. So anything on a window, oh, that's a fucking ant. Shit. I stepped on an ant farm. Them little ants, Them little ants ain't no joke. Whew. It tore my butt up. So you want to keep that nice on there. And keep it on. Don't always remember what you hitting. Because you don't want to go around the whole car and think you got a fender and you forgot it. You have half the car shining. You want this baby to shine everywhere. So always remember where you going. What you're rubbing. This is going to protect the car, make it shine, help it a little bit more UV ray resistance to the sun, and drying out your paint. So it's a hell of a protection for your vehicle. And besides, a clean car that's really shiny makes the women excited. Baby! So I like to keep a clean car inside and out. Not just for the women, but for me, because I'm a clean person and I like things to look beautiful. And I be seeing people with brand new cars, brand new nice cars. They don't never wash them or nothing. I said, man, why they spend all that money on that car and don't take care of it? They should have just bought a van. You should have just bought an $800 car that run if you ain't gonna take care of your ride. People got some nice rides out there. They don't wash them. They don't vacuum them. They don't do nothing. Seen the guy I know I met last year. He stopped talking to me. I went to his car. Inside his car, we rode out one day, and I noticed he had rice on the damn dashboard. The last time I went in his car, I said, I ain't gonna say nothing about no damn rice being on the dashboard. But the next time I got inside his car, I said, I'm gonna say something about that damn rice. I can't ride in no dirty car. So I said, man, you still got that rice on that dashboard? He laughed and did a little smile. He didn't really laugh. He really smiled like, you got some fucking nerve. And that was the last time I seen him. See, I'm almost finished. And I'm not even trying to move fast. If I wasn't videoing, I would have been done. But I like to take my time now that I'm videoing and sharing this with the world. So this could be smoother and easier for everybody else too, because waxing is one of the hardest and time consuming and workout you'll ever do when it comes to maintaining a vehicle for its beauty. So it's more than to just washing the car if you wanted to make it look good. Now, one thing wax does when you put it on your vehicle, it makes it pop. You're gonna get some compliments, because anytime I wax my ride, people can't keep their eyes off it. In fact, I like to wax my car also because it makes my eyes feel good. It makes me feel like I'm working with something instead of nothing. And this is what I said about them wide areas. Instead of dabbing, you see how wide that hood is? You could just take it and go bam, bam, bam. What you talking about? And keep it moving, keep it moving. Thanks for watching Facts TV. As you see, we have a beautiful shine going. And now you learn how to do the fastest wax car job in the world. Follow and share. And thanks for watching. What a beauty. Fastest wax job in the world. I own around 16 motorcycles, and I own only about 7 cars now. I used to have 15, so I own 16 motorcycles and I own 7 cars. Yeah, I had more than that, but you know they come and go. So throughout my lifetime, I would say I owned around 150 cars in my lifetime and maybe 40 motorcycles. And a friend of mine's I haven't seen in 20 years, we talked on Facebook. And he said, man, how you doing, man? And then, you know, we got in our conversation down the line. He said, man, how many cars you owned in your life? Around 500? And I started thinking, I said, wow, that's a lot, 500. Because every time people would see me with different cars, ever since I was a young boy. In fact, I bought my first car at 15. My dad found out I bought a car. He went out there back to the dealership and cursed them out, because I was all about getting money and buying things on my own and being an adult, because I didn't want to ask my mama and stress her out, because my brothers used to juice her dry and they used to get things all the time. Not that she wouldn't have had gave me anything, but I didn't ask. And I always felt and tried to be independent. So I said, man, they always getting something nice. So I said, you know what, let me ask. I slightly forced myself, but I said, let me come up with something I want. And she looked at me and said, baby, I don't got it. But the look in her eyes to tell me that she don't got it, I knew it hurt her. Because I really feel the same as she did for them, she would have done for me, but I wasn't as needy. And I said, I don't want to ask my mama for anything anymore, because I don't want to never see the pain in her eyes from when I did ask her. So I always went out my way and tried my best not to ask my mama for nothing, because when I see my mama hurt, it hurts me. But my brothers didn't give a damn. Juice a damn dry, like they don't even know her. She was nothing but a damn ATM. And when I see that, I never wanted to be that. I always wanted to try to give to my mama instead of take from my mama. you know, because I loved her so much. And now my mom, she passed away, and I tried to connect with my dad some, but he never really ever took in a liking to me or paid me any mind. He always treated me with the cold shoulder, you know. He was never happy to see me. So my mom was everything. My dad was in my life day for day. He was always around but never paid me any mind, you know. Didn't really even talk to us. I had to talk to him. When I come into when we run across each other, I gotta say hi first. He ain't gonna say hi to you first. And when you do say hi to him, he'll say hi back, but it act like it killed him. It took everything out of him to speak back to you. So he act like he didn't want to speak to me. So my mom was the angel in my eyes. Yep. But I wanted to share with y'all how y'all do this. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna let this sit for a while. In fact, it's ready to be taken off as soon as they're hazed up and dry, probably in 10 minutes, depending on the weather. Sometimes it could be 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes, depending on the temperature, the weather, and the climate. But I had plenty of time this morning, so what I'm gonna do is take me a break, let that haze dry out real good, because you don't want it to be damp, because when you start wiping, it ain't gonna chalk off. What you want is to get it dry enough so it to chalk and turn to a powder when you wipe. So now, when I wipe this vehicle down and off, it's gonna look like new money. And I want this thing to be so shiny and make the ladies wet. Cause you know, it's the weekend. And when I come out, it's time to shine. Cause I'm looking for a dime, baby. We got a nice clean micro fiber cloth, and we're gonna take this wax off and make it shine. It's the weekend, and we're gonna turn this into a beautiful woman. So you just wanna take it like this. I like to go with long strokes. Long strokes is everything. You don't wanna be like this, like you're DJing. Just take long strokes, take your time. Take your time, long strokes. Nice, dry, clean micro cloth, and you want to hit everything. No matter how good you is with wiping it off, you will always see a spot you missed later. So it's always good to keep a little towel around in the car when you out and about, because that's just when you're going to see it, when you out and about at the gas station or going in the store and coming back and looking at the car. You might notice a little dry patch, but don't worry. You just keep your rag, and as you see it, you wipe it. But try to get as much as you can so you won't have to do much work later. You want to hit every spot and get everything nice and good. Yep. It takes a little bit more elbow to take this off than it does to put it on. That's why I promote doing it with a damp cloth, because it's less friction. And you don't want to burn yourself out with the same energy you use to take it off, putting it on. So that's a big plus, and that helps. You don't got to get it that perfect on the first round. You just knocking it down and get off whatever you can as you go. I like to use a Meguiar's, or you know what, I've been using that for years. So I recommend Meguiar's, but I'm not advertising them. They're not paying me. but it works and make it pop. And I like using wax more than the new stuff everybody be using, because I'm from the old school. You know, they got that new stuff that's out. What's the name of that stuff? You put on the car, they swear by it, it's so good. But as I know, everything gets dull after a while. If I was live, I'll be able to get y'all to help me figure out what's the name of the other stuff everybody using that's supposed to be so good. I'm gonna remember it in a second. I'll remember it and I'll bring up that conversation again. To do a good wax will probably take you about an hour, hour and a half. But the way I showed you is the fastest process. May only take 30 minutes or so. 15 minutes to put it on, 17 minutes to take it off. It might not even take that long the way I do it, because I'm almost done. I'm almost finished with one whole side. Start on this side. Get some nice, long, good, even strokes. I'm just wiping it and putting some pressure on that baby. Then you come back later and do a fine detail on it to hit the corners and places you didn't get or didn't focus on too much as you was passing through. You might get some on the window a little bit, just wipe it. As you can see already, it's starting to come together as we go. But even if you put it on thick, it'll still scratch it away. So as long as it's on there, you're going to get the same result. Because the only way to stack it is to put it on, wipe it off, chalk it off, or whatever you want to call it, and add another layer. So every application is always going to be the same amount of layer on it as you go. So even if I put it on heavy or light, once you chalk it off, it's only going to lay but so thick. But when you go back over it, once that dry, and put another wet coat and let that dry, you'll have two coats. But one coat always does it. But one of my secrets is two coats. And I'm sharing that with y'all today. And that's one thing I don't really do, is share my secrets, but I love my followers and my fans. So I'm gonna spread the news. And if you want to share it with someone else, shoot, feel free. I prefer to wax a car. Ceramic is the new thing everybody loves in 2025. But I'm from the old school and I try both, and I love to stick with the wax. I think it has a better shine, and no matter what type of product it is, it will dull. And besides, ceramic coat is so expensive. You go somewhere and get a ceramic coated, they want $500-600. That's a whole new paint job. This wax it every so often and you won't notice the difference. You know, wax always work good. If it ain't broke, why fix it? So my favorite to go with is wax, and that's something I will always use. I own ceramic. but it's expensive. You get a little bit in the jar for a couple hundred or $50, or you get it done for $500-600. You don't know which one is the real ceramic or what, because everybody got different prices. But you go with wax, you can't beat it. It'll protect it, repel it, make it shine like a diamond. Facts TV.